let's see how this goes. Before anyone asks, no, I had no idea why I'm doing this. Get the idea randomly. That should be enough. It's my health right now. Yeah. It's probably gonna take a while. Oh, so maybe it's fun. Probably not. I'm probably gonna set up a Tears of Denial on myself if this takes too long. Depends, I haven't actually even tested what kind of damage I deal to the boss yet. Oh, right, music. There we go. A bit to the left, so the first flame is gonna automatically miss. Yes, I need to deal nothing but fully charged attacks. Yeah, that's not much damage. Why? At the same time, that's a bit more than I was expecting. Yeah, that felt like doing this. Trying and seeing how this goes. Why the hell not? I mean, you're not gonna take like this level 1, so it might not take forever. Seriously? Skip the recoil? That ain't fair. Oh, I can deal that much with a single R1. In that case, I'm not gonna use fully charged attacks at all. It's gonna R1 spam instead. Yep, that's faster. R1 spam is faster. Stamina and wait time. At average I can deal more damage that way, but at the same time sometimes 2 punches takes longer than an R2, so I don't know. I'm a bit worried about the second phase because he has the projectiles and those are actually kinda tricky to avoid. I couldn't see anything because he was right behind the wall, so his starting point was different. It was R2 mixed with R1. Seems a bit better. I probably should try to do that more often. Unless I don't have any time. After all attack though, that's no damage. Technically the attack I want to bait. That attack is probably the most dangerous one. If you happen to be close, it's gonna miss laning when his head is gonna hit you. There's the fact that his legs have an activate box during the whole time. If you don't roll right, you might end up taking damage from them. one thing is for certain, I need to be in red tier stone mode, otherwise I'm not gonna deal any damage. Meaning if I end up failing too much, I'm probably gonna go and get tears of denial. I don't know, what about 2 R1, R2s? Doesn't take too long. Memories in R2 has a higher chance of missing. But okay, let's do R2s now. Could sometimes see him though. I don't know, I did it with the Nameless King and people say Nameless King is hard, so I'm doing it again with a boss that people are saying is hard. The range on this punch could be a bit better. That wrong. I roll attack damage too. I didn't have enough time. Recoil was too long. Should have known. I don't like DS2. Okay, 3 R2s in a row, that's too slow. Only for 2. 2 now. Ah, okay, so yeah, then. Yeah, but I don't want to have a quick roll. I think quick roll is too much of a... too big of a change. Makes a lot of things easier. So, and if I'm a ball quick roll, then Flint's Ring is not really gonna do anything. Was I L2? Okay. And the visual filter change in such a clear manner. How many souls was that? Probably should get them. There's barely any time to do anything. Yeah, the second R2 isn't very good. Okay, they're right at time for that. I guess I'll just be taking risks with the R2s and see what I can do. Oh, I had enough time to do the crawl R2 there. Interesting. There's all barely any time. Once his second claw moves to this place, that means his recoil animation has ended. In most cases. It doesn't seem to apply to every single attack animation, but in most cases it does. I'm surprised I can make that in time. Guess his head kinda drags me along with him. Seems to be the case with it. Oh, how's everyone else been? Jesus, that doesn't look like an Enderman attack animation. And there too, there's barely any recoil at the end. And he already goes into the next attack. I wish I used the laser attack in the second form if he gets you with the grab attack. He just grabs you and then breathes fire when he throws you out. Cool if he did the laser instead in the second phase. Probably. More of a board person. 91, holy crap. No. Barely has any recoil though. Can't really do much. Okay, this time missed. We're making some actual progress though. Then there's the second phase where he starts having this projectile, so I'm probably gonna one-shot me from this health. That's gonna be hectic. There's something else there, because if I heal now I'm gonna lose my hyper mode. Yep, if I had gone for the third R2 there, the recoil would have been too long for me to get out of the way. Oh shit, I didn't react. I didn't react there at all. I think I'm gonna go one more time without a Tears of Denial. Or actually, I'm not gonna use Tears of Denial until I hit the 1 hour mark. After that, I'm gonna start using them so I have a bit of a crutch. Less stress. So I know that I can actually get away with a mistake. At least I get to deal damage to his head when he gets staggered. Oh, there's that. First flame always goes straight, so it did not and I think it's a bit wider to the right direction, so it's better to move to the left to start. That way you don't even have to dodge the flame. The second one, it's a wide one, so it's better to dodge it. Just completely run out of the way. Be outranged. barely any time for that. Actually no, I'm gonna use Tears of Denial after 2 hours. Unless the projectiles get really ghostly annoying in the second phase or something. I don't know, I was go to the left. Maybe both directions work there. Quite scary how little time you actually have there. Especially with that attack, it's so misleading after the first swing. The second one actually comes out very quickly. But since there's the pause there, you expect there to be a bit of a wind-up animation, but then it turns out that nope, it's coming very quickly. Oh god, it's way too close there. R1 on the other hand luckily has almost no recoil. Obviously the recoil is very short on it. Oh wow, that was a recoil animation cancel, if I've ever seen one. Other reflexes actually don't look too bad. I wonder if those are real reflections or if they just cheated by using a distort, by using the same character model, reversing it and then using a bit of a visual filter to make it look like water. Like a reflection with distortions or something. That's at least how they did it in old games. They just basically copied the character model and made it repeat whatever you are doing. They just didn't give it any hit collision or anything like that. Yes, why would they? It's a reflection, it's not supposed to be anything visible. Visible as in the sense that it's a solid thing. Of course, reflections are caused by loss of physics. Light works and all. Ah, damn it, I missed. surprised he doesn't have more flying attacks now. I mean, his wings are clearly working, so why the hell wouldn't he use them more often? What's flying creatures, so why isn't he using them more often? Oh, god, I should have done that. I like the fact that his hind legs don't actually deal any damage to you, so you can move against them just as much as you want. That was press too much over there. With the slide, dash light attack, whatever it's called, that's when they are active. It does make sense considering he's using his entire body as a weapon. Ah, I ran way too far away. Ah shit, I don't want greens anymore. This is the side you want to be on, because that way the head moves you along with it. You can keep on doing the combo without worrying about being left behind. Seriously worried about those particulars though. At any time, judging by the damage, I can probably do this in about 30 minutes. That one guy took 90 minutes because he was with a level 1 character without any buffs or anything. It's something that I don't have the patience for. 30 minutes is kind of my overall limit. Moving forwards, yep. Second one comes faster if it's a straightforward one. I like the fact that he actually has two variations of that, depending on where you are standing or how you react to the first one. I could have started adding these modifiers for combos. A good way to be able to keep the same moveset without actually come up with anything too new every single time. But at the same time it creates enough variety so it actually keeps things fresh and interesting. And once the player realizes that they can actually affect what of those modifiers come out whenever they do something, it makes them feel like they're in control of the fight even more. And thus adds more satisfaction to the fight. There's enough manipulating the game to do exactly as you want is quite something in these sorts of games. Games in general. It feels like that the game is actually responding to what you like, but at the same time you are kind of figuring out everything. Brings a good sense of player satisfaction. Holy shit, that was risky. Yep, I can kill him in about 20 minutes, apparently. 25, 30. 25 or 30, so it's basically the same as with Nameless King. Also, the stream is gonna be all like this, so this... If I end up succeeding the second phase on my first try, this is gonna be a pretty short stream. I mean, it's a Thursday night anyway, so... Yes, that's not too bad of a thing. Oh god, I was almost too early with that. Thank god this game has a lot of iframes. Or it just moved out of the way in time. On at the second phase, and in the second phase I'm gonna get staggered because I've been hitting his head this whole time. So then he can go for a critical attack, and that critical attack deals ridiculously high damage regardless of how you repost him. It's quite neat. It's kinda the same as when you go for the critical attack on the bridge. Same type of deal. No stamina. Second phase, oh boy, there come the projectiles. Hey, run! These ones can be run around just like that easily. With the other ones I'm not actually sure how to run or just run around them. But it should be doable considering there are people who have beaten this boss without dodging even once. I wasn't exactly sure how many times I can punch him during that. Played it safe. Oh yeah, I forgot he gets this cool particle effect around him in the second phase. Be only once, I don't want to deal with this attack twice in a row. Takes so long. Of course it is twice. Can't really turn much during that attack, so it's very easy to just run around it. Or is he going kind of slowly? Also, this combo also has a modifier depending on if you move away from him or if you move under him during the combo. Oh no, I did this. I might get hit. I didn't take any risks there, so I just dodged away. Those projectiles are the thing that has the highest chance of hitting you. You can go to that attack after pretty much any attack as well. I actually like that way the game is telling you that no, don't go under the boss, it's not a good idea, stay in front of it instead. Wasn't sure if he was gonna do that or not, so I just went for an R1. Yeah, it's better to play it safe with those projectiles. To be closer for that if I want the R1, R2 to land. But I think he's not gonna do the second projectile attack if I constantly stay close to him enough. At least I assume that's the trigger for it. Because I've never seen him done it when I'm right next to him. Okay, yeah, 30 minutes. The second phase is slower than the first phase. In the second phase you can do the projectile attack after those first two attacks. I was again being a bit more cautious. The projectiles always come from the specific spot that takes into account where his body is positioned. Meaning you can stand on where they spawn. Just one can assume that's going to mean that it's probably a 100% hit. Yep. I can't English. Ah shit, he's doing it now. This is the attack. This is the fucking attack that I hate the most. And then I get hit by it. I forgot how to deal with that. Forgot when to dodge it. Shit. Oh well. I at least know what of those projectiles has the higher chance of hitting me. Or should I run there towards him? Because I usually just run around and then dodge at some point. I forgot when to dodge it. Just by the older challenge, there's a way to just run around it. Just never figure that out. There usually was that sort of challenge, I think, because I want to figure out those things myself. It feels much more satisfying to figure it out yourself rather than look up a guide on how to do something. If you just look up a guide, then you just end up copying what others are doing. I don't feel like that I ended up coming to that conclusion rather than that I just copied what everyone else does. Nice all short there, nice. Shit. I think going left to the left is a better idea because it turns to your right almost immediately after the first fire. At the same time it's at an angle, so I'm not really sure. They are older. That was by accident. I also like the fact that that's basically the Godzilla laser. Have it. Oh yeah, first phase it doesn't have the projectiles right now. There are less things to worry about. Damn it, I'm on the wrong side again. Surprisingly enough, that hitbox isn't active for a while. Oh, still no long distance. I missed. Completely wrong where I was standing in comparison to his head. Down again. I think your distance and spacing to him determines which one he's gonna do. At least so I think, but then again he can sometimes do the forward fire even though you're almost right next to him. I don't know. I don't know what determines that attack. I mean, in both cases he can still hit pretty far away because he used the laser in it. Or I guess it's concentrated fire. Either it's concentrated light, so... I don't know. Not allowed that the camera just clips through his entire body there. Oh gosh, that was close. Yeah? Yeah. That's the distance where I can tell how fast I need to does it. Reacted slightly too late. Oh, it's only been half an hour. Wrong way. I wonder who the hell in this world figured out that you can survive this spore. Oh, my souls. Oh, then. Can I go get my souls? There we go. Can I do 2 R2s in time? Yep. Just barely. Wait, what hit me? I'm actually not sure what hit me there. I assume it was the claw, but I thought the claw was above me. I don't know. Oh yeah, in first place, that's kind of the only attack that will give you trouble. But it does give still some trouble. Usually with bosses, it's the attack that you think about the least is the one that might give you the most trouble if you're forced to avoid it. As in some cases. Ah, hi, Kutse. I did the second phase so far only once, and got killed by the attack that I remember the least. I never really figured out a consistent way to avoid that attack, other than just running to the side and then dodging at the end. This is not really that good of a way to dodge it. Right. Stamina after this. Oh right, of course I do, because I have red tier stone stamina recovery. Plus the core anti-ring. happens. That's how YouTube is nowadays. Oh right, I can throw two R2s there, I think. There though, not really. Yeah, if I had thrown a second R2 I'd be dead. Oh god, we're gonna be this close. That misses. Oh, you know Ramjet. Cool. Yeah, fists only. I mean, I did it with Nameless King. So why not do it with Midir, because both of them are considered to be the supposed hardest bosses in the game. Which I say, nah. Probably could have done two R2s there. Forgetting if I can or not. Yep, there I can definitely do it. This one on the other hand has very little recoil. I also like that in the first attack he clearly moves his entire weight into the attack. The attack itself is basically him standing up, so he's gonna lose his balance and thus throw his entire body mass into the attack itself. Which is kinda clumsy now that I think about it. Yeah, this time it's forwards. And the second one is too. I think he would have done the side flame attack at the second one because it came from the side. Ah shit, I'm on the wrong side again. Oh god, that was risky. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I got a little lucky with the attack that followed. Probably the attack we want to see the most. It's the one you can land the most hits on, at least in the Horde challenge, at average. Let's see. Yeah, we're making pretty good progress considering how much health he has. It was 16,000 or something. A Bloodborne boss would have like 20,000. Missed. Again on the wrong side, goddammit. The wrong place. In right place. I should move to the side whenever he attacks twice like that. I've done anything. A different factor. Damn it, on the wrong side again. Oh, forwards again. Sideways. That's the one that I usually see much more often than the secondary forwards one. That was close. That's very close to his hind leg there. Again. Luckily I don't think the tail counts as an attack. Why is he attacking with the tail again? What is this boss doing right now? Oh boy, second phase soon. That'll be fun. attack, I mean. The second hit he moves his head away too much. Oh, that second claw slash he does is ridiculously fast. So if you dodge the first one, you need to dodge immediately afterwards just to be on the safe side. I do the projectiles, so I'm not thinking about it. For whatever reason, that flying attack reminds me of a movie scene with a plane flying above a cornfield. I don't know why. That's the first thing that comes to mind. I guess luckily never has the projectile follow-up. Which is also one of the reasons why you always don't see that attack. By the way, that tail swipe at the end is a... That's counter attack, but only if it has that swinging line. Before that, it's just safe to touch it. I just assumed there he wouldn't do the projectile immediately. They're pretty skipping to do. Assume he does it, yep. Lasers coming. I think that's enough. Oh god, protect us. Oh man, if I can just bait these two attacks much more often, I can kill him very quickly. Eddie's left a bit. He's left for a moment against the crowd on its side. Which gives you quite the opening, and even then when he starts moving it back up, it still takes a while until he's ready to do anything again. Which is why those attacks are the ones you are gonna be happy to see. There's why he starts that attack so goddamn fast at the moment he starts moving. Kinda scary. Where the hell am I? Luckily that landing doesn't seem to count as an attack. I had no freaking idea where I even was there. This is also one of the attacks that you really want to see, because again his head ends up down against the ground at a small angle, so it takes a bit for him to get it back up again. There's much of a way to finish this attack other than a projectile. Or I mean, you can always attack him before he does the explosion, but really get to his head all that well. I don't really know how you would do it. Okay, this attack again. Let's see how I can do it this time. Ah! Shit, I didn't see it. I didn't see which one it was that hit me. Damn it. Seriously, I couldn't tell from that what hit me. It was one of the projectiles, but which and from where. Small break, BRB. Okay, let's try again. Seriously, I forget how to dodge that. I've never figured out how to just run around it. You just get closer to them, or what's the idea? So I've actually never really tried to figure out how to avoid them just by running, I just dodge them. But now that I've forgotten the dodge timing, it's a bit problematic. I mean, you can clearly roll them, but I forget which one of the projectiles you need to look at for in order to roll in time. There is that one specific one that will always get you if you don't roll, at least with the method that I'm doing. Oh, I just want to go get this. I probably should have put that this will get no damage attempt, because I clearly get one shot by everything. Yeah, I'm gonna add it in post. Otherwise there aren't exactly almost any problems, it's just that one attack. Okay, fine. That attack has a very similar static stance to his dash attack. A bit confused there for a moment. Ooh, that damage. That was too early, but okay, it worked. Damn it, why does his head move like that? Okay, I was close enough. No, wait, that's not the attack where he moves his head almost at the end. Or maybe it was, I don't remember. Seriously should have one more flying attack. I mean, Calamit had more flying attacks and his wings was freaking wounded. Didn't actually utilize the air even more. This is the one where he moves his head a lot at the end. This one, on the other hand, he doesn't really fly much. I guess it makes sense because this is a cavern, but even then, Sin just flew around a lot. Could have added light to much more of his attacks. I'm sure it would make it hard to follow him, but at the same time, that's kind of part of the challenge. Just give him a moveset that you can still follow just fine, even though he's moving around you. Now with Name of King, whenever he's flying around, you can see him following just fine with the lock-on. Kinda, sort of. Just need to figure out when to unlock and lock on that back lock on. So it's doable. At the same time, in general, these games kinda have bad camera control. I mean, sure, it's actually kinda good, but at the same time, it also shows that there are so many things, so many little things that if they go wrong, then the camera itself is gonna suffer from it. Figure out something to do about that, because if you just give complete free camera control, it clearly can go much more easily wrong. Maybe some adjustment to that, maybe the camera zoom or something. I think the camera changes zoom whenever something moves way too far away from you. I don't know. In general, it's actually in general, it's better whenever the camera zooms out more, because then you can see much more about the boss and the environment around you. There are a few bosses that actually allow the camera to zoom out. And during those boss fights, it's clear that, yeah, this camera angle works much better. At the same time, I guess the closed camera can create some more cinematic moments. I don't know, it depends on what they're after. I'd say that it's much more important to have a camera that the player enjoys rather than a camera that the developers think is gonna create a much better, much closer experience to what they want to create. And thus better just to make something that the player is gonna automatically enjoy much more. Even if it means that you have to give up some of your artistic integrity for it. For example, Kingdom 2's camera is so much better than Kingdom 1's because 1, it zooms out, it's way more zoomed out, and 2, because it's much faster as well. And you can actually use your goddamn stick to control it. Not exactly that fast of a camera, but in comparison to Kingdom 1, it's so much better. Especially because of the zoom out, because you can basically always see almost the entire arena you're fighting on. You always have a good idea of where you are and where everything else is. It's basically a character action camera, and that's why it works so well. Dark Souls is sort of in the middle ground. It can always decide if it wants to be a more of a third-person action game or if it wants to have character action elements in it. It does sometimes decide that, yeah, having a zoomed out camera is a better idea. Letting the player actually see everything is a good idea. Because there are some moments when it actually adds more to the game that you can't see anything. At the claustrophobic nature, or if some area is completely dark, then it makes it more spookier to move anywhere, and thus the player becomes anxious and more stressed about what they're supposed to do next. That adds more to the experience. These games kind of combine both horror and action game elements. Not exactly a horror game, but it has some elements of a horror game in it. Or more of a survival game. That's one of the aspects that people really like about these games, especially Dark Souls 1. In Dark Souls 1 it's the most apparent, especially with the Tomb of the Giants. That area sort of forces you to have some sort of a light source. And in most cases people don't really know how to get anything else, so they just have a skeleton lantern and then there is that, oh wait, I can't use a shield anymore. Oh fuck, I forgot to turn the notifications off. Shit, I can't turn those off during this. There's apparently gonna be some discussion in one of the group chats that I haven't been. God damn it. Fuck. Please don't be too active right now, that'd be nice. And yeah, I guess I kind of forget what I was talking about then. I don't think it really matters anymore. Get all the points across. Ah shit, he's coming over. It actually reminds me, there's that one spot in the Bloodborne DLC, the first area, right before the white area with the Church Executioner with the axe and the Church Executioner with the grenade launcher. For some reason on the hill right before that area your camera zooms the hell out. And it doesn't really happen again. I had to wonder, why didn't they do that more often? Why didn't they have a camera angle like that more often? You could actually see everywhere with it. At the same time, I guess it's just a drastic change from the normal camera angle, and the player would have less sense of where everything is, because the perspective is suddenly drastically changed. So your sense of space and everything is suddenly different. That's what the change of a camera angle affects, which is why it usually creates this disorientation, and hence some horror games with fixed camera angles really use it. They want to create this sensation of disorientation. Without going too overboard, of course. I mean, Silent Hill uses the fixed camera angles pretty damn well. Sometimes even uses them in a very cinematic way to emphasize sort of visual storytelling without actually saying anything, because a camera angle, a camera shot can already tell a lot about the person, how they view things. Like if somebody's viewed from a lower camera angle or higher camera angle, it already tells something about someone's perspective. But that's more in movie making and such. In video games it doesn't come across that often. Silent Hill is one of the games where it can somewhat point itself out. In the cutscenes they are mostly just showing things what you need to see. It's very small use of camera angles where it's very important that the camera angle itself is adding more to the atmosphere and such. I mean, it is there, but it's not as much as it's something like a movie. Most of the time the cutscenes just show what the game wants you to pay attention to. And not really try to convey a theme, necessarily. It's always kinda there, but at the same time, most of the cases it's not really. more there during gameplay, and even then it's more there for the sake of creating a surreal atmosphere. The only cutscenes that I can think of where the camera angle is actually important is the last cutscene with Angela. Because it suddenly cuts to James' perspective, and it goes to showcase how Angela really is standing above him, and when she starts talking down to him, there's more impact on that. The fact that he's being talked down to by someone who is so mentally unstable. And yet she's also talking about a subject that does really hit him hard. Or at least that's what I assume it does. It does relate to whatever he's thinking or what the player might be thinking. The fact that she's down talking to him and she's also standing way above him goes to show that she's basically having the higher ground right now. She's the authority figure in that scene. She's the one in control. Which is also something that shows that she has gone through some development as a character, because before that she's kind of been down-talked by everyone. Oh, I survived. Nice. When she suddenly gains authority, it's kinda two-sided. On one hand, it shows that she's finally gaining control over her own life, but at the same time, it's kinda questionable if it ties to her sort of wanting to have some sort of revenge on everyone who did this to her. Probably expresses that stress on him, sort of relieves herself. And I don't mean in a sexual manner. The game does deal with sexuality and stuff like that, but it's a completely mature game. It never really does anything childish. That really reminds me, games should have different ratings for maturity. Some games should have that it has some content not suitable for minors, and some games should have that it's a proper adult game. That it actually handles all the subject matters in a very mature manner. Clearly there's a lot of games that have very high age rating, but they actually don't really act in a very mature way. Maybe most of the games that have mature rating aren't exactly very mature games in themselves. Like GTA, it's very silly and childish in general. I mean, it has some social commentary, but in general it's just done for laughs. So it's kinda playful and childish in nature, rather than being completely adult. But at the same time, yes, it's kind of criticism to say that something is not very mature, just being edgy or something. So I guess that's why we don't exactly have that sort of rating, because it's just criticism. The developer might take offense to this. Yeah, maybe that's why we don't have anything like that. But I feel like in general, if somebody reviews a game, they should probably point out that the game is just, if it just has adult content in it, or if it's properly mature about it. Yes, there is a clear difference. Just cause, for example, I wouldn't ever call it as a mature game. I mean, yeah, sure, it has violence and maybe some dark stuff, but it's completely batshit insane. There's nothing adult-like about it. Maybe adult humor a bit, but that's kinda it. And yeah, that's kinda all I had to say for now again. In general, people usually kinda care about what kind of tone a game has, if it's gonna be completely serious or if it's gonna be playful and silly about things. At the same time, I don't think a label is gonna be enough on a game for that. In general, people kinda have certain modes that determine what kind of game they want to play. Or some people just don't want to play certain games with a certain tone in general at all. Or different. A lot of charge bodies in here. I like how in Dark Souls seeing dead people and bodies just it's just so casual. I mean in Dark Souls 1 you see a huge pile of bodies and bodies completely mutilated and stuff, and in other games they would probably make a big deal out of that. They'd have characters react to it and show that yeah, it's kinda disgusting, but in Souls games it's just there and your character doesn't care. Kinda like that no one really cares. Just casual here, everyone keeps dying everywhere. Dying in itself has become a joke. The game actually kinda uses humor through the ways your own character can die and how other people can die and so on. But at the same time it also deals with some dark subject matters in somewhat mature ways too. I suppose it ties into how life in general is. Ah, fuck this attack. I don't know how to avoid those. How do I avoid those? If I had to dodge there in order to avoid the ones coming from the left, but then the ones coming from the right. You need to run straight there? No, if I run straight, there's actually maybe. Maybe the idea is that I need to run straight. I usually run at an angle. Be it at an angle to the left, that's how I usually avoid that. It's not actually a consistent way. Maybe there's something else. Because I've clearly gotten lucky previously whenever I have dodged that. Or maybe I just had a better angle or something. Ah, fuck it, next time that happens I'm just gonna run straight. And see if that helps. I have seriously no idea how to avoid that attack. I don't think I'm gonna use Tears of Denial at all. Screw that. If I can just figure out how to dodge that attack, then I'm kinda done. I don't really have anything else to worry about then. I have actually no idea if the running straight is gonna work at all. Ah, we'll see. I usually run at an angle, but I've also noticed that it's not exactly a consistent way to avoid it, because it's too dependent on at what kind of angle I run and when exactly I dodge. And that timing is completely dependent on the angle itself and the distance of the projectile, so it's probably not the intended way to dodge it. But the other one it clearly is, because you don't even have to dodge if you do it like that. That one, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm clearly doing something wrong, and I'm not sure what. I'm gonna try the much more simpler ways to change the way I dodge it first. and then try something much more specific. Every Miyazaki Souls games. So how far has had a dragon that breeds black fire? For whatever reason, Blackfire seems to be a common theme in Dark Souls DLCs. I was in Dark Souls 1 and 3. 1 had Calamite and now 3 has the Darkeater Midir and Sister Freed. Dark Souls also had the... Dark Souls 1 also had the Black Flame Pyromancy. Was brought back in this game. I wish they had brought back on the Dark Souls 2 Hexes stuff, because those were actually kinda good. They were nicely varied. Spells in Dark Souls 2 in general were nicely varied. They weren't exactly all as efficient as each other, but at least they had a lot of different variety, so they had actually a lot of different uses in PvP. That way making them much more usable. Just because you couldn't deal much damage with them didn't mean that they weren't useful. You could mix them up in an interesting way. Dark Souls 3 doesn't have much of that. You are kind of forced to using a weapon. While in 2 you could actually basically go through everything just by using spells. And in 1 kind of the same, because you had to ridiculously powerful spells. Crystal Soul Spear, for example, in PvP deal like 8 or 900 damage to a person. And then there's the goddamn Dark Beat that can one-shot people. Combine that with a Tranquil Bulk of Peace and you can destroy everything. Unless they have a Havel Shield ready. I remember invading one guy that was ridiculously high level, and every time I spawned in his world, he would use Tranquil Walk of Peace and then just come and spam spells on me. Eventually I just prepared by having a Havel Shield at the start, and then I just went into a corner and blocked all the spells until I could move again. And then killed him. But then he just kept on doing it over and over again each time, even though I had the shield with me, so I just said that screw this. I don't really find it fun if you have to do the same thing over and over again against someone. Like variety. I'll add it if he's dead. I completely missed there too. Usually in these games I fight against other people because I'm interested in seeing how they play. If everyone plays the same, I get quickly bored. After that I just start screwing around with it and seeing what I can pull off. That's much more interesting than fighting against someone who's playing the exact same way as someone else from before. Because the thing that makes players or unique from what the game has to offer is that the players can act completely differently. They can act in a way that a game can't even predict. Thus they are the variety that keeps a game fresh. If a game has a lot of tools that all the players play in a lot of different ways, that's kind of the best thing ever. Then the amount of variety is gonna be very high. Probably why Dark Souls 2 PvP is so liked, because it has the most amount of variety that is actually useful and can do stuff. Especially in casting side. It has so many different spells with different functionalities. It has a lot of spells with projectiles that work completely differently from how people are used to, and I also completely forgot to turn the notifications off. Damn it. I was thinking maybe I should use the gauntlets of thorns. They would affect the damage I'm dealing. Yeah, I don't know. God damn it, I need to turn the notifications off after this. Oh god. Unless I manage to beat him on this try, in which case, what's the point? Wait, what? Not what I was expecting. All the bad thing about the message is right now is that I can't see my stamina bar. This is kinda important. I mean, at the same time, at the 3 tier still mode, and I'm using weapons that don't really lose much of stamina, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much. And the fact that you can regain your stamina faster in the red tier star mode. It adds more to the berserk nature of it. It's supposed to be sort of a berserk mode. At the same time, berserks usually kind of just fight through everything. Well, with red tier star mode, you can die almost instantly. So I don't know. I guess it's not supposed to be a berserk mode. Or a paint mode. Damn it, stop breathing fire forwards, please. Oh man, if they do Bloodborne 2 at some point. From what I heard, From Software is working on 3 games right now. None of which are gonna be shown in TGS though. Or at least there hasn't been any news that they would be attending there. Still, if they make Bloodborne 2, oh man, the blood effect is gonna look freaking amazing. In Bloodborne, the blood effect is probably one of the best I've ever seen. I mean, Mortal Kombat and God of War 3 did it pretty well too, but still. Blood textures in that game. They're just so freaking good. Oh my god, stop that! There's a Calamite. I mean, Midir, stop that. Black Dragons, they all look the same, am I right? Jesus Christ, that was a bad joke. Are you kidding me? Why? I'm so freaking close to you as well. Why? That's better. Phil, why? Can't you just do what I want? God damn it. Oh, I really like his design. I mean, he has freaking crystals growing from him. That's cool. His wings too, they have very interesting use of colors. Sort of that Abyss blue. You know, the Abyss stuff we saw in Dark Souls 1. Weird, dark blue glue. Or a substance or whatever it is. The mental abyss itself is kind of just nothing but complete blackness. It's not even an object, it's just something that it... just an empty area with a hit detection that they made completely black. Oh wait, you can actually sink into it, I forgot. So yeah, it's an actual object that is just completely black. Meaning they didn't even have to texture it. Or at least I doubt they textured it because it has that sort of black shape to it that I don't think is even a texture. Just a color they can set with codes. Oh boy, second phase. Okay, this time if he does the projectile attack I'm gonna run straight. Or at least I'll try to remember to do that. Promises. So once I run straight, I will have no idea where any of the projectiles are. Unless they fly straight towards me. All these projectiles and effects in this game in general are pretty damn good. Or maybe I shouldn't start running immediately. Ah, fuck it, I'll just try running straight first. See how that works. Oh, okay, that actually works. So that is the way how you consistently avoid it without dodging. Actually dodge for completely nothing there. Oh my god, I figured out how to fight this boss without ever dodging. Not that I want to do it without dodging, because I actually like dodge mechanics. I like the idea of going, just being close to another and then avoiding everything that they throw at you. It's something that I really like in games. Just showing to them that, yeah, I'm not afraid of you. Oh shit, why did I never realize that? I feel like a complete idiot for not realizing that sooner. Holy shit, that works so goddamn well. Seems so obvious now. Oh, I had to wonder, how the fuck do you beat Osiris without dodging? Does his dash attack just not have that good of a tracking? Or how does one do that? Seriously, his run attack is goddamn horrible to deal with. I shouldn't have stopped running that soon. Or whatever, I survived. Yes, that's all that counts. All that matters. Fuck, missed. Shit, this is still gonna take a while. Oh, whatever, I finally know how to dodge the most difficult to avoid attack. Actually, I don't even know how to dodge it, I just run around it. That's not really dodging. Just avoiding. Even though that's basically a synonym. You get the point. Nice. Oh. I'm gonna do a torch challenge soon though. There's one more boss that is actually quite interesting with a torch. And I don't mean Demon Prince, because Demon Prince is gonna take forever. Have you guys seen... I think it was Xeria who did Demon Prince on NG+7 with a torch on Widow's SL1 character. Have you seen how long that took? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That's way outside of my endurance and patience. And fun meter. The fun factor is the most important part of it all. If I'm not having fun, I have no interest in doing it. Seriously, if you're not enjoying what you're doing, you probably shouldn't be doing it then. At least if it's a hobby like this. If you don't enjoy your hobby, it's not a hobby worth having. Again, props to him. Guy has way more patience than I ever will. Are you kidding me, game, right now? Stop doing that, please. Just let me deal damage to him. Okay, fine, I can deal damage to this attack. No stamina though. That tracking is so goddamn scary though. The first attack has very good tracking. Are you kidding me? disgust that I can't really punish him that much. Oh. And that attack is easy to dodge, but it's so cinematic looking. I wish this game actually had that sort of aura attacks. Actually, I wish this game actually gave the player some sort of an aura in the arena. The crown thing just gets in the way. Actually getting a lot of times I completely blinded myself to whatever the opponent was doing because of the goddamn crown. Crown, not crow. And then crow and an N. Crow, it's a crow. It's a crow with a crown on its head. Or it's a crow that you can wear as a crown. This joke is goddamn dumb. Actually, the rest shouldn't be too bad unless I just completely lose focus. Are you kidding? Why won't you do the slide slash? Seriously. And he's doing the laser again, what the hell? Still, that laser looks freaking cool, especially with the charge up effect. Holy shit, that almost got me. I guess that has some very good tracking. Jesus Christ, I actually didn't even think about what I meant when I said that. Holy crap. That was close. I mean, I know it has good tracking, but I didn't think it would have that good tracking. Holy crap. I mean, the other ones, they were actually gonna miss me anyway, but that one, it just went straight for me. Oh, fuck. That was close. Don't go to goddamn corners in this fight. Oh, I gotta give him some distance. He's in a very bad loop right now. I can barely deal any damage to him. He's not doing any of the attacks that I can punish that well. Like this one, it doesn't have that big of an opening at the end. Now, this one on the other hand, needs more of this. And less of this. How much damage am I even gonna deal to his head when I get the repost? Okay. I mean, I prefer this over the projectors though. The flamethrower count as a projectile. I mean, it's not exactly a single object, but at the same time it does move a distance in basically flight. Ah, there we go. Please deal damage, please deal damage. Oh yeah, baby. That's the way we want to see our goddamn comments. I mean messages. Are you? I get it, you want to kill me, but still, come on, please. Now that's better. It's more like it. Probably should have switched to a Hornet, but how are my rings? Ah, yeah, I should have a night ring on my first spot. It would be faster to switch to it. Oh god, this is gonna be close. Yes. Managed to activate the right attack. One doesn't have much of an opening. If I think his name was Feria. Could be that I remember his name wrong. I have bad name memory. I haven't really watched him that much. I've seen a couple of clips. Yeah, it seems like he's probably the best at this. Then there's Tolomoyer. I don't remember which way it was, goddammit, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being shit at name memory. Seriously? You please stop doing that. Goofy Midir. Let me just kill you. Please. Then, aren't I supposed to put you out of your misery? Wasn't that the reason I'm fighting you? Or kind of the main reason you come here is you're the person who's just going after everyone to kill them. Oh my fucking god. Is it because I move away from him? Is that what activates this? Those protectors were goddamn close. Okay, run to the side when he does that. Holy shit, if I had gotten stuck there, I'd be dead. Oh god, I thought it was too early with that dodge. Come on, Midir, please. I mean, this attack is good to punish too. Just need to be careful with it. Don't you see his right claw went back down to the ground, their attack recoil ends. So close to dead! God damn! So close! Those patience that... It's done! It's done! It's done! Yay! Yay! I'm free! Why the fuck did I do this again? Ah, shit, now it's done. Yeah, that was the entire point of this stream, so thanks for watching and see ya. Bye.